Fellow students, today we will discuss about reproduction in plant. Earlier we have discussed what is reproduction, what kind of reproduction are found in plants, that means the type of reproduction that can further categorize as asexual and sexual reproduction. Today we will discuss about the asexual reproduction in plants. When you split the word asexual, you will get two terms here, a plus sexual. A means without, sex means gender. So this one is done without the involvement of any gender or a gamete cell. Sex cells means gamete cell. So if reproduction is done without involvement of gametes or gender, then that kind of reproduction is known as asexual reproduction. So what are the important points of this? It's done without involvement of gametes. It's done by a single parent, so it's also known as uniparental reproduction. Although we have seen all these points earlier in the differences between sexual and asexual reproduction, this one is the fastest mode of reproduction where there is no requirement of any specific structure. So in today's class we will discuss about the type of asexual reproduction. So our next point is types of asexual. Although asexual reproduction in plants can further categorize in various categories, but in today's lecture we will discuss about fission and budding. So let us talk about the first category of asexual reproduction is fission. You have heard about this term in your physics and in chemistry lecture. It's fission, nuclear fission there. So the same meaning is in biology. Fission means to break down. Here the mother body is going to break down into daughter cells. Now whatever products are formed, whatever daughter cells are formed, on the basis of number of daughter cells, we can further categorize fission into two categories. The first one is known as binary fission. As I am saying to you, fission means to break down and binary means two. So if mother cell will divide into two daughter cells, then it is known as binary fission. Then the mode of reproduction is known as binary fission that can done in the unicellular plants and animal also. Suppose I am talking about an amoeba. This one is the amoeba cell. It undergoes in the asexual reproduction where this body will divided into karyokinesis and cytokinesis usually takes place simultaneously. The first step of this one is the elongation of nucleus and later on the elongation of rest of the body. Along with that, this body is going to constrict in between, in the mid of the cell or at the equator of cell, and that's why ultimately it will divide into two dots. Here you can easily see nucleus and the cytoplasm are going to divide. So organelles will split into two. And as we know, there is no recombination in asexual reproduction. So these two daughter cells are actually clone of the mother cell. Now the second category, second fission is known as multiple fission. If mother cell divides into more than two daughter cells, then it is known as multiple fission. then it is called as multiple fission. That can be seen in Plasmodium. Plasmodium is also irregular in shape. In this kind of fission, first of all, nuclear division takes place. Rapid nuclear division is done. And because of that, you can see multiple nuclei in the cytoplasm. F&D means free nuclear division, and because of that, as I am seeing, you can see multiple nuclei. After F&D or after free nuclear division, as you can see multiple nuclei are formed. After that, cell undergoes in cytokinesis and here protoplasm splits into various protoplasmic segments. Those surround each nuclei, and at the last you will get more than two daughters. Boundary is going to form around every nuclei. These are very fine small organelles. In the favorable condition, that cell get burst and all these small structures are free now. The cell get burst and all these structures which will behave like new individuals. Again, these are the clones of mother cell. This is over about fission. Now the next point is budding. The second category of asexual reproduction is budding. Bud is the small structure that is formed above the mother's body. Formation of bud is called budding. Now where the small projection is formed, where the small bud or projection is formed, on the basis of that we can configure budding into two categories. The first one is called as exogenous budding. That is very common in plants and animals, especially in fungi. If bud is formed outside the mother body, that kind of budding is known as exogenous budding. Budding can be found in uni as well as in multicellular organelles. Here we will discuss about yeast. In the case of exogenous budding, I can write the example yeast, hydra. They always show exogenous. Let us take the example of yeast. Yeast is unicellular fungi. Suppose this one is the mother body. First of all, a protoplasmic evagination is formed like this. Now by amitosis, a part of nuclei can insert in this. As soon as the part of nuclei insert in it, it forms a small constriction at the base of the structure. Here you can see a small constriction at the base of evagination. Now at the last of the step, the structure will split out of the body and behave like a new individual. As you can see, the spherical structure forms an evagination, and later on, as soon as the nuclei enters inside of it, it's attached with the mother body for support, for nourishment, and later on, as this one is going to constrict and split out of the mother body, now it's known as new individual. Sometimes this bud undergoes in the division and forms various bud at the body, various bud and mother body. So you can see a bud chain here, bud on bud, bud on bud. In this case, the lower one is known as mother body, while the rest of this structure. This one is the primary bud, and rest of the buds which are found in the chain are called as secondary buds. At the last of the division, they isolate from each other and behave like new individuals. Now the second category of budding is endogenous budding. If bud is formed inside the mother body, Such a kind of budding is known as endogenous budding or internal budding. For example, I can write sponges. It's very common, and these are the corypheus that can show endogenous budding. So this is over about this lecture, but the portion of asexual reproduction is remaining. We will discuss it in our next lecture. Thank you everyone.